Tonight on BCN Weekly News. In this week's special report, SGA election controversy. Also, All Peoples of the Earth Day, as well as phishing alerts on campus, and student concerns within non-traditional student program. All of this and more coming up soon tonight on BCN Weekly News.
Live from BCNR's studio in Berea, Kentucky, this is BCN Weekly News.
Good evening and welcome back to another newscast of BCN Weekly News. My name is Jessica Powell. The recent SGA election was accompanied by controversy. Here is Izzy with more on that.
The recent SGA election was accompanied by controversy surrounding one particular candidate who was running for SGA executive president. Kamuske Kamara and Michaela Hughes were announced in the candidate lineup in an email from the Student Government Association on March 17th. The SGA debates were held later that same day in Hafer-Gibson. Additionally, that same day, information pertaining to Kamuske's character was shared on the student Facebook group. To learn more about those claims, you can find the post in the Facebook group. From the discourse on social media, the college's president, Dr. Cheryl Nixon, addressed all students in an email on March 19th. In this email, she details, "I am learning of the recent and rapidly escalating online commentary relating to our SGA elections. And in response, I am writing to you as fellow Bereans who love our community and who are called to come together in that spirit of love no matter what." She later goes on to call students to stop and disengage, pause and reflect, and hold as our community determines next steps. This email received concerns from students who believe the email to be harmful to those sharing personal stories. Nixon replied in a second email adding, "I would like to clarify that early this morning I received reports of racial bullying happening online. I felt the need to ensure that our community does not engage in any form of racial discrimination. I hope to stop any emerging racial harassment by calling us to our mission and motto." Going on to say, "I am not a part of these online communities, so I am not understanding the full conversations that are underway. As I work to learn more, I do continue to ask people to think of how we can come together as a one blood community." To read the full email, you can find it titled "Care and Concern for Our Community, Reply Online Commentary" from March 19th. We reached out to the SGA for a comment pertaining to the recent election, asking how SGA handles these types of situations. Abraham Garcia Romero responded saying, "The recent SGA elections were marked by serious tension in our campus community, and they demonstrated once again vulnerabilities and pain points. The SGA Elections Committee was tasked with ensuring a free, fair, and secure election for Bereans, and we delivered just that. However, it is important to recognize that our internal structures and policies regarding elections have left us no concrete way to manage the magnitude or scope of these circumstances. We'll be actively working on new election guidelines that increase the requirements for SGA candidates to hold office and will simultaneously give future elections committees more concrete guidelines and jurisdiction to make disqualification and related decisions. The SGA is the largest democratically elected student representative organization on this campus, and we are committed to ensuring students' voices and perspectives continue to be elevated even in difficult times. This election was decided by the student body, and we will always fight to ensure that students' votes decide, not us." On March 20th, Kamuske posted a letter to the Facebook group announcing that he and Michaela dropped out of the race. Additionally, the SGA election results have been announced. As of March 24th, Zora Johnson and Hazel Perez Garcia have been elected the SGA Executive President and Executive Vice President. We reached out to the newly elected officials to comment on the situation and how they intend to handle similar future situations if they were to arise.
We'd have to vote on it as like a Senate. But we were thinking like at least having like you serve 1 year within the SGA, whether that's as a senator in the BOR before like running for like a position like executive potentially. So there's that. Abraham and then they were also talking about doing the system where you have to get like a certain amount of signatures for people to like endorse you before you're officially put on the ballot too. So yeah.
That mostly sums it up. I mean, obviously we can work on the committee later on and see what we can do, but like there might be more provision on seeing like maybe background checks, seeing who is even running this, because obviously when you run for a candidate, you don't really see who that person is. You just submit it and write what you want to, I guess, do. But it could be background checks, seeing like what has the student really done, seeing if there's anything like involved with them in the previous matter, let's say, like one could be Title IX, that's mostly hidden under school records, so we could probably see something to some capacity of that where we address something like that, but mostly it's in the future where we see how the committee goes and if the Senate will agree on it, of course, because it all comes down to them as well.
Thank you all for voting for us and trusting us to like be able to like continue on what Abraham and Christina did. We intend to use our positions wisely and to represent you very well and to do what we promised to do.
Yeah, I'd say thank you for voting for us, but also thank you for like remaining strong during the very unfortunate events that transpired and obviously the hard times that came with it. Obviously that opened up a lot of discussion for issues around Berea, and obviously it's hard to talk about it, but I'd say I'm happy that the campus is obviously opening up to it more and is more looking forward to creating change and not staying silent on it. So I'd say I'm very thankful that they're opening up to change and want us to kind of lead it. So I'd say I'm very happy with the students voting us in and trying to make the campus much better, I'd say.
To see the full list of winners, you can check out the email from SGA sent on March 24th titled SGA Spring 2026 Election Results. For BCN Weekly Report, I'm Izzy Spence.
In other news, All Peoples of the Earth celebrations are being held tomorrow. Here's Quinn with more on that.
Berea College plans to host another All Peoples of the Earth Day this coming Wednesday. Here are the events that follow. On Tuesday, April 7th, Outdoor Adventures is allowing students to camp out with them at 6 p.m. Wednesday morning, there are multiple breakfast options, such as a cookout on alumni fields, coffee and donuts for teachers at the CDL, and breakfast at the dining hall. From 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., there are multiple different cervix activity options, such as tree planting at Blue Ridge parking lot, mural painting at Clover Bottom Cottage, and invasive species removal in Brushy Fork. After lunch, there is the Berea Big Swap in the Barrett Lounge, hay wagon rides on alumni fields, and tabling on alumni patio. That evening, there is the Sunset Celebration. Dr. Cerrone has his opening address, and after, there are a multitude of musical performances and dance performances. And ending the night is the bonfire and s'mores get-together ending All Peoples of the Earth Day. I'm Quinn for BCN Weekly Report.
Thanks, Quinn. We have had numerous phishing alerts on campus. Here is more on that. Phishing scams are becoming more common at Berea College, with multiple alerts sent to students in recent days. In recent weeks, students have received phishing messages through email, text, and even fake account verification requests, making it harder to tell what's real and what's not. Philip Logston from Campus IT has addressed these scams and emails sent on the 19th of March. These messages often try to create urgency, warning that accounts may be deleted or compromised if action isn't taken immediately. Some scams direct users to external links or attachments, asking for sensitive information like usernames, passwords, or personal details. If someone falls for these scams, it can give attackers immediate access to their accounts, and in some cases, lead to stolen personal or financial information. I reached out to Berea College IT for comment, but did not receive a response before this broadcast. To stay safe, students are encouraged to double-check links, avoid sharing personal information, and report any suspicious messages to campus IT. If you're unsure about a message, it's best to check before taking any action. Students can send a screenshot to the Berea College Help Desk to verify suspicious messages before responding. Students are encouraged to stay cautious and report any suspicious messages. I'm Jessica Powell from BCNR. Lastly, here's Quinn with student concerns with the non-traditional student program.
A post in the Berea College student Facebook group chat regarding concerns with the non-traditional student program has surfaced. The initial post highlighted how events that the poster attended felt like sanctioned fun. Others commented saying that they too felt that the atmosphere was controlling. Finally, some did point out the problems they faced with the non-trad program, but still pointed out the good things as well. I reached out to Sharonda Steele, the Associate Director of the non-trad program, to receive a comment on the situation. I did not receive a comment. I'm Quinn for BCN Weekly Report.
Thanks, Quinn. On behalf of our news team, thank you for watching BCN Weekly News, and we hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm Jessica Powell. For more coverage, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at BC News and Radio, and watch our show online at www.bcnewsradio.com. Good night.
Live from BCNR's studio in Berea, Kentucky, this is BCN Weekly News.